Richie Bullets Broadheads. Being a solo hunter, getting deer out sometimes is a real struggle. It really is. I'm getting older, trying to keep in shape, but getting a deer in some areas where I'm hunting now, I've got new property. It's a struggle. I use a sled. It works okay, but I wanted something to make my life a little bit easier. What I mean by that is getting gear in, bringing stands, steps, everything in there, whatever. I'm going to set up a stand, and getting a deer out. So I've seen a lot of good reviews on this. I was always thinking about this. It was recently on sale, relatively cheap, and I have an old cart. It's okay under perfect conditions, but if there's rocks, if there's down trees, I tipped that cart numerous times and I stopped using it. It just turned out to be a pain in the ass. Unless you have ideal ground where it's nice and flat, like an old trail or road, it's really not that great. But this is really good. So this is from Hawk. This is the Crawler. Dual axles. This thing goes over rocks, trees, anti-tip. I've seen videos where these guys are going over some crazy stuff. It's not tipping. And this could be a game changer for you. Or should I say a lifesaver. Getting a deer out. Being a solo hunter, it's tough sometimes. Well, I'm going to get this together, show you what it's all about, and hopefully this works as advertised, because I can use it. I'm exhausted sometimes. When I get a deer, I call my wife and say, this is where I am. In case I have a heart attack, this is where I am. So this can really help me out. So let me get this together. You hear the cicadas, they're all over the place. I'm sorry, I can't try to make a video, and these things are going on for the past several days, so don't mind the cicadas. So, from Hawk the Crawler, multi-use cart, let me get this together. Supposedly 500-pound weight capacity. That's impressive. Let's get this together. Worked good. Didn't even tip. Very good. In case you're wondering, that's the log I went over. Pretty big actually, and it worked fine. Wheels flipped, no tipping. Nice. Okay, some final thoughts on the Hawk Crawler. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to help me. Again, it says 500 pounds, but then the tires say 220 pounds maximum. So I got to fill these up a little bit more, I think. And that's it. The whole thing, they say weigh 45 pounds. I think it's a little heavier than that. I think it's around 50, 55, but I could be wrong. I don't have a scale. But I think it's going to be good. Making sharp turns is a little bit of a pain, but I like it. And here's my dog. Come here, Patty, say hi. So that's it. Richie Bullets and Broadheads. I'm going to take this with me. Again, flat ground, the obstacles, trees, rocks. I think this would be great. I don't think it's going to tip. I messed around with it. You see, I'm a little bit dirty because I just chopped out that big log I had. But I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to help me tremendously. Once I get it in the woods, I'll do a follow-up on this. But the Hawk Crawler, you can see it gets pretty compact, so that's good for my truck. And can't wait to get in the woods with the deer on it. Bullets and Broadheads. Okay, to store this thing, pretty simple actually. Just loosen these up. Won't take much. Gotta really tighten these handles too, or else the tops on you. So you can just fold it down like this. And there you go. You got a real low profile for your pickup truck. That I like. And it seems pretty simple. So that's it. Richie Bullets and Broadheads. Pretty pumped up about this. Set it up. Pop it in. I mean, just set up in seconds. You're good to go. Get a nice little deer cut. So that's it, Richie Bullets and Broadheads. I'll get this in the woods. Tires, I think they take like 30 psi. I think they'll be okay. A little worried about them, but time will tell. So here's the Hawk Crawler deer cart. Again, turning with weight in it, it's a little difficult, but I mean, just pulling something is so much easier than a sled. Going over that big tree, I mean, there's bigger trees in the woods, I see this, no problem, but the most important thing, it doesn't seem like it wants to tilt. And I had a cart, and I got over some crazy shit, and it tilted, and I dropped the deer. It's just a pain in the ass. So that's primarily why I got that. I'm a solo hunter, don't want it to tilt, and I want this easy to get a deer out. Take care. Bullets and broadheads. One thing I noticed when I went to use this grabber, it's kind of a pain in the ass, is this part right here. I don't want to lock it all up because I'm putting it in my truck, but it wants to always fall down. So what I did is I got some of these locking pins just to lock it in place, and I just keep them on here. So I'm going to show you up close. And I put one on the other side, but this way, this part locks in place all the time. Because I can imagine having to put an actual deer on here. It'll be a kind of frustrating pain in the ass, to be honest with you. So that's it. So then I just take them off, fold it, and I just keep them in storage. So, Richie, bullets and broadheads. One thing that was a little bit of a pain in the ass, when you, especially when you put stuff in it, it just wants to fold over. So, quick little tip if you have one of these or buying one of these, just get these little locking pins. I'll show you up close. Alright, Richie, bullets, but I just want to show you real fast. You just keep them here. There's actually holes, I guess, for this, but they don't give you any type of locking pins. But because this thing always wants to fold over. So it's right here. Pointed to it in my hand. So all you got to do really, just undo it, fold it over, and stick it through. Put a pin. I'll do both sides. I'm just going to show you one, and then it locks it in place. And then the cart won't be flipping over on you. So that's it. Richie Bullets and Broadheads. Quick little tip. They're on Amazon for like $8 a box of these. Take care. Okay, I just thought I'd show you up close. You can keep them on the cart. This way you always have them. They don't have to fear with it keeping folded up. And it kind of keeps that part down too. So, bullets, broadheads. Quick little tip for this crawler. Let's hope it gets good use.